We should never make promises that we don't intend to fulfill to anyone. Hello friends, this is Sukhwant Singh. When we make false promises, nature takes its own revenge. And when nature teaches us a lesson for our wrongdoings, at times the justice given by nature also turns out to be cruel. To make my point clear, I would like to share the story of the PidePiper of Hamlin. This was written by Robert Browning way back in 1842, nearly 200 years before. Though PidePiper of Hamlin is known for having been written by Robert Browning, but it used to be a part of German folk tales. There was a town of Hamlin. It was a beautiful town. People lived happily, but there came a time when it got infested with mice. So much so that it became difficult for people to move from one place to another. The roads were full of mice, the houses were full of mice, the churches were full of mice, the shops were full of mice, the marketplace was full of mice. So people tried everything. They used the cages, which were futile because there were too many of them. They gave poison, but poison was also insufficient for killing all the mice. People went to the mayor. The mayor was perplexed. He didn't have any solution. And then came a beautiful voice of the pipe being played by the PidePiper. The sound was magical. And the people in the town noticed that wherever this PidePiper was moving around, the mice were following him. And then PidePiper came to the mayor's help. He told him that I know what problem the Hamlin town is suffering from, and he can get Hamlin rid of mice, but only if he promises to pay him certain amount in gold. So the mayor consults his officials, people give their approval, and the mayor promises the PidePiper that he will be paid a huge amount in gold if he can get Hamlin rid of the mice nuisance. So PidePiper said, yes, I will do that. And he went around playing his pipe throughout the town of Hamlin, and everyone watched. They were mesmerized to watch that wherever he played the mice followed him. And then he went on walking towards the cliff from where the mice, who were totally under the spell of the music that was being played by him, and in that spell itself, they all fell across the cliff and died, and that's how Hamlin got rid of the mice problem. When the last mice had also jumped across the cliff, people of Hamlin were extremely happy. Now the turn came for the mayor to fulfill his promise. When PidePiper went to get his reward, the mayor became a little selfish, and he said, Now my city is rid of all the mice, so I'm not going to pay you that huge amount that you had demanded. So I'll be paying you less. If you want to accept it, you accept it, otherwise you can leave. So PidePiper was sad, but then he walked away and he started playing another tune. Now this time, this tune attracted, the mice were not there, but this time it attracted the children of Hamlin. The children followed him wherever he went, and from throughout the streets of Hamlin, he took all of them towards the same cliff from where they jumped and all died. The mayor regretted for not having paid him, and the entire town of Hamlin, which was filled with joy just a few hours before, became gloomy and sad. So that's the story. Now you see, mayor didn't fulfill the promise that he had made, and the natural justice that came down was very cruel. So we learned the lesson that do what you have promised that you will be doing. Never go back on your words. Thank you so much.